All right, today's the special day. We got Dana. He's the brand manager for Climo Disc Golf. He just picked up the Champ. You all know the Champ. He's been at the factory before, but it was after hours, right?
Yeah, it was midwinter, kind of winter break for the employees. Not much going on.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, so he hasn't seen the full Climo setup yet. So he hasn't got to see the machines running.
Nope.
And he hasn't seen where all his stuff's being shipped and processed. And me and Dana are going to give him the tour and kind of show him around and let's have a fun day. See what we got. Let's go check it out.
These are all boxes of just raw material right here?
Raw material, some regrind. Like a lot of this is like chunky plastic or regrind. We can reuse this and recycle it.
So some of it gets used, some of it is not reusable? Or?
We reuse almost everything
because
we have the recycle line, and then if not, we sell it to other factories that reuse it, pennies on the dollar. So we actually don't waste any product or material.
That's good.
Let's go over here and we'll. You haven't got to meet Al yet. He's an important man here. So Al is the one that actually makes all the molds. So he
cuts them on the CNC.
Yeah, he's the guy that gets them all together and puts them down. Ken Climo, you haven't got to meet him.
How's it going, man?
Nice
Pleasure
to meet you. Yeah, thanks for all the good work you're doing.
Oh, I try. As long as they feel good and buttery in your hands and they fly right for you, I'm happy, man.
Heck yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Any suggestions you have?
At the moment, you're doing a great job, man. Every time I tell Bob something like tweak this, tweak that, it's coming out really nice. And I'm really liking that fairway that just came out. Super straight, man.
We got lucky there.
You can hammer on it nicely. It doesn't want to turn too much. It just holds its line nice.
Oh, good.
Slow finish. It's kind of what I'm looking for out of a fairway driver for sure.
Perfect. What's next, man?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe a slightly understable mid.
Okay.
Something like that, I think, would be the next solid move because the mids right now are a little on the overstable side.
Okay.
Probably beadless, right?
Yeah.
Probably need to go the beadless route. That's kind of what we were saying, yeah.
Like what kind of feel are you looking for? Like, you got any ideas like what we already have in our current lineup, kind of towards what you lean, or you want something completely brand new?
Some with just maybe a little bit of dome on it. Not a whole huge dome, just a little bit of a dome, and not too stiff, not too soft. Kind of middle ground action.
Okay.
You like
glidey.
You've been throwing the Meteor, right?
Yeah.
Oh, probably a little stronger than that, probably.
Yeah, probably just maybe a hair more stable than a Meteor, but not as stable as the Bel Air. That thing's a beefcake for me. I'm having to really tug on it to get it to not go left.
Yeah, that thing is definitely pretty solid. That's for sure.
But beat those things up though, then they'll become nice and straight. But I think that'd be the next solid place to go as a nice, slightly flippy mid, something a little more straight. Okay,
cool. Well, if you're throwing a Meteor at all, then I'll have to pick on that a little bit, see what we can do for you.
Right on.
Almost like blending the Buzz SS and the Meteor, the qualities of both, and making the perfect flippy mid would be cool.
Yeah.
Because the Buzz SS is a little stronger, Meteor's a little flippier. If you get something like right in between there.
Well, we could always fatten up the Meteor a little bit, get it to hold on to some torque.
Yeah.
And then it won't come over so hard. I mean, it won't turn so hard.
Right, but still have some turn to it.
Yeah, and then you just won't have that fade. It'll just end up straight.
Right
into it.
Yeah.
I like being able to finish the flight, that way.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're throwing a sidearm, but you're throwing backhand to.
I
just don't get the skip at the end.
I can't do forehand anymore. It hurts too much. So
for sure.
I gave up on that one. So I get you on that. Get it to finish all the way to the right. It's always nice.
Yeah.
Get it to carry a little bit farther.
I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I've been doing a little more sidearms recently. Back in the day, you really couldn't throw sidearms too much because the discs were super flippy when I started. They didn't handle torque, and you go to throw a sidearm and it would roll.
No, the days are different now. How we're designing the disc, we're definitely learning a whole bunch with a lot of what the college kids are doing, all the theses and everything there is on the single flight or single wing flight apparatus and stuff like that. So it's we're definitely picking up on things all over the place, man. So it's pretty nice.
That's cool. You want to show him one of his molds in the molding room?
Yes. How do you like the polish on it? Are you liking how that polish comes out?
Yeah, really do.
Because one thing we're going to have problems with, if you can see, like, as the plastic comes in with that polish, we're going to start picking up on some striations and a little bit of texture on that top. So I mean, it's something we can stay up on to keep it where it's at, or as the mold breaks in, they tend to run a little bit better.
Okay.
So I mean, as long as it still has that nice shiny clear surface to it, you're happy with that. It has that nice tack to it.
Yeah, I love the tack.
Okay. And then on the core side of everything, because I'll just do the polisher, and I get it the best I can, but I want to have a little bit of texture to it so the plastic rolls through the mold instead of slides through the mold.
Okay.
Because you want it to roll like kind of like magma inside out,
Right.
so that you're laying down the skin. So you fill the whole part and then pack it, get it the dome if you want.
Skin it, then pack it.
Yeah. So definitely trying to like keep up on how this surface looks. On the core side of it, how's it on the fingertips?
Oh, nice. I really like the underneath side.
Okay.
Yeah, all the ones that have been coming out recently. I really like the underside of it, coming off smooth, clean. There's not much flashing or anything like that going on.
And the engraving that we've been doing on it, you're happy with all of that?
Yeah.
You like how that's all set up, how we tucked it all together?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Like
Perfect.
it a lot. Yeah.
Perfect.
You get
That's
a lot
nice.
of compliments on that, actually.
Oh, cool. Nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it seems like, man, I've been starting to pick on some of your discs, going out, throwing them in the field and stuff like that. I'm absolutely loving them.
Right.
I'm like, oh, man. It's just nice how we're getting better at our technology. Designing the disc, making the disc, things like that, figuring out different things, like that goofy little bead we put on the bottom of the driver.
Osprey.
Yeah, we've never really done a bead like that. We just smashed it, flattened it out, moved it up.
It's a little wider than your average.
Way wider,
Yeah.
and it's weird how the flight characteristics from that when we put it in and from when we didn't have it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it just made it like a little more stable, but it still maintained that speed. We didn't take away from that speed. So, I mean, it maintained that, and then you rip that thing. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. I got a lot of my buddies at home loving the Osprey. They're
good.
throwing, there's a little less arm speed, a little older gentlemen, people like that.
Oh, I got a noodle arm, man. Those discs are made for
They're
me.
loving that disc just because it wants to get up and go.
Nice.
It doesn't want to hyzer out immediately like most of the other high-speed discs these days,
Oh, yeah. A lot of the high-speed discs nowadays, I mean, just how wide we're making that rim, how thin that edge is.
Yeah.
It's just, they want to dump on you at the end of the flight. You just lose all that kinetic energy on
Right,
the spin.
right.
It just wants to fall out of the sky like a rock.
I think the Osprey's like the best of both worlds. It's got that old school kind of hyzer flip, but it's got that new school, finish. So
it's fun designing these discs for you, man. I mean, I'm having a riot with it. It's so much fun, just like, because we're kind of playing around with some different aspects of designing the disc with your stuff as opposed to what we're doing originally for ourselves or what we have done in the past years. It's fun being able that you're accepting us being able to play around and do some weird stuff with your discs.
Well,
I enjoy it.
Thank you.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem. Anytime. Hopefully
Keep
we got
up the good work, man.
another dozen more to
Loving
come,
everything.
right?
Yeah.
Now, with the polish, that's not typically something that you guys have done in the past with the molds, or you've played with it, or this is...
We polish our molds. I mean, that's just kind of how that works.
Okay.
Everybody has to, or you have really bad tooling marks. I can show you some molds that are in testing, and you can just see all the tooling marks, everything like that. That's on the actual molds themselves. So we polished them in-house for a long time.
Okay.
And now we found some other things that we can do to be able to get these very smooth finishes. The problem is once we start making the molds so smooth, like I was discussing before, we don't want that plastic sliding over that surface. We want it collecting, making that skin and rolling inside out to then be able to push the plastic out. Because, I mean, disc golf manufacturing, we're going completely backwards from what traditional injection molding is. You're supposed to go from thick to thin, not from thin to thick. So we're just completely going
Changing
the
the
wrong
game.
direction. Doing this since '79 and it's been working. So, but yeah, it's definitely new getting this polish, learning how to run the molds. Once we got that high of a polish, it's definitely a stepping stone that we had to take to get into this, but it's worth it, man.
It definitely got a visual effect to it, like just by looking at it, it's got that kind of mirror, almost see yourself in it kind of.
Big time.
Kind of finish to it.
It's a lot different. And then when we have discs, like when we run them in testing, like we get some really cool effects too. So I don't know if I'll show you some of that stuff if you want to kind of see how that looks. I mean, it does some crazy tricks with the eyes. It's really cool. Well, it was an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Back
too.
at it.
All right.
You have yourself a good day.
Keep up the good work, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Got some Ultra Stars going off over there.
Yeah, 24/7.
Ah,
See
okay.
how it kind of plays with your eyes
Whoa,
like that?
yeah, check
isn't that
that out.
wild?
Oh, I can't.
Dude, yeah, that's crazy.
Can't focus on that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Try to get some putters or something out like that with the tooling marks in it.
Yeah.
You can play with that, and it's weird how it makes them kind of like run, and the spirals and stuff will be different because of that tooling. Yeah, good stuff. No, I
Okay.
almost forgot to show you that.
Yeah, the Ultra Stars are self-sufficient now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stamps here. I mean, it's running 2 machines right now.
Wow.
And then we got a 3rd one down there. But we only have so many molds, so you have to keep them going non-stop. You can only ramp up production so much. I think we have 4 approved molds, but there's one main one that's for gameplay, and then these are secondary ones for like center prints and stuff like that. So, but that is the original one that everybody plays with in competition.
Is that sanding the little bit of flashing off? Is that
Sands the flashing,
the
yep.
circular?
Cuts the nub, sands the flashing, stamps them. That's a 2-color setup, so it's doing a dual foil. I don't know if that probably wasn't running last time you were here.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Right. Wow. Hey, in the clear, man, it really
I know.
makes it super poppy.
Makes it pop. Yep.
All right.
Hot off the presses.
Hot. Still a little warm.
I know. Yeah. Yep.
How's it going?
Literally by here.
Thanks, man.
You look out the end of disc golf.
Oh yeah.
Not even kidding.
Awesome.
That's so
Now
cool.
I got your skywaves to throw. I'm all set.
Heck yeah. Thanks, man.
It's the greatest thing.
Appreciate the work.
You ran a lot of the Climo stuff.
yeah.
Like a big chunk of it.
I made sure they were perfect.
Thanks. They are too. They look really good, man. Thanks. Excited with the product and how it's looking and feeling and flying as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. He's making
Yeah.
some beautiful swirlies here.
Right.
But you can watch this one come off the machine too. Here, you can get over here and check it out.
Oh yeah.
He can show you what it looks like when they come out and all that.
Of course, this one's not swirling.
How hot are they when they come out?
Not too bad.
Hands are a little cold. That's nice.
It was nice seeing you.
Heck
Made
yeah.
it. I've been working with Skeet on a triple foil for you.
This is the triple stamp robot. So
Oh, is it?
we built a robot that does triple stamps for us now. Obviously, we have a human setting it up and dialing it in, but it's pretty crazy what it can do. But yeah,
Wow.
so that's
Yeah, that looks pretty sick. For
3
a
different
stamp,
foils,
right?
yeah. Oh, this is kind of cool too. This is the regrind section. So I guess I should show you this real quick. This is where we actually grind up discs and recycle them.
Imperfections and stuff.
Yeah, you know, keep the colors together. This one's just a mix of
Right.
whites, pinks, and purples.
You got your greens and your yellows and
But
your...
you know, when something's bad, they just pop it off and it's gone.
And something like that is why it's bad, or
This one was probably. Usually, you can feel like if they're short or something.
there's got like little.
Yeah. Sometimes they're overweight too. So like a disc like this, I wouldn't be shocked if this weighed like 180 grams.
Okay.
And there's not much you can do about it. But let's see, like this one, you see the dimples.
Oh yeah.
So almost good, but
And these are the grinders. You just throw them in there and they chunk
yeah.
them up.
Yeah, they chunk them up. They're super loud too. But they try to sort them by colors and at least keep the colors in similar families. This one's all junk. This one's junk, so you'd mostly make like black discs out of this, or you can get this to swirl sometimes, but it just depends. You see how there's black in there right now?
Yeah.
Black will just drown out anything. So
Like you can
Even
almost
just
see
a
like this was a certain set of discs, and then this was a certain set.
Yep.
Like there's a change in color.
yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes if this doesn't work, then they would sell this material to another company, like not a disc golf company, but
Right. Just to
someone in the industry. They can
Yeah.
reuse it. So I mean, yeah, this is probably like a disc, you know, in there. I mean, you got to think,
you got to add other stuff to it.
yeah, that's probably a disc right there, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more.
I was gonna say you'd think it'd be a little more than that.
Well,
You gotta-
when it flattens out and gets in there,
right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
'Cause the slide plate It's big, but super thin.
Super thin, so when you grind it, you know, if you grinded one disc, it wouldn't look like much in there, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
just the way it is.
Got the Climo stamps. Go. Victory line. Champ. Just the die plates.
All right. The actual metals underneath there.
Yep.
Yeah. These are the hot stamp plates.
Yep.
There's one.
We gotta put this one to use. Winner's Circle.
Yeah.
We'll get some of these for Masterwork. We'll stamp some couple boxes up with these too.
All right.
Some of the stock. But morning.
Hi. How you doing? You too.
Jamie, warehouse manager. How you doing?
Good.
You met Ken yet?
Plastics and effect colors and things like that. Try and make your disc pretty.
They do too.
You've been nailing it.
Well, that's what we like to hear.
With the Victory line being more pearly, how's that different than what you guys are using for other blends for like Discraft? Like, is it hard to get a disc to have that pearl look, or is that just an additive, or
So it's a blend of resins. Within TPUs, you have a ester blend and an ether blend, and if you do fun stuff with those at different ratios, you get an effect.
Okay.
And so, depending on what ratios we use, we get a very, very nice pearl or a very, very faint pearl, which sometimes people like as well.
Yeah.
Cool. And how does that compare to like a clear? Do you
So the clear only have either the ether or the ester.
One or the other.
One or the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the difference is the ether and the ester, they have different gravitational densities. So one will be a heavier disc, one will be a lighter disc, and then when we combine them, we kind of get that happy medium where we get everything.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go. Onward.
Thanks, Rick. Jamie.
See you around.
Nice car you got out front there.
All right, so we're coming up to the Climo corner of the warehouse, and we've got Kevin and Danielle somewhere around here. But so Danielle and Kevin, they're
Thank you
Yeah.
for everything you're doing for the brand. Appreciate it.
yeah,
Glad to
they're
be
back
part of
here daily. Man, those orders come. I watch the order come in, and then I look 10 minutes later, and it's like fulfilled, and these guys they're crushing. Doing a great job. Yeah, so this side is
This is the consumer side.
Yep.
And that's the wholesale side. So
Okay.
we keep all the inventory separate and everything organized the best that we can, so there's no confusion when pulling. And
You're gonna have to stock up on some hand picked ones. This is the first time you get to hand pick your
Right.
your discs. Yeah, there's some really cool
Is that
stuff
where that
over
one
here.
was? That one here?
I think it might have been up top.
Okay.
74.
In the major line, these ones
Oh yeah.
are a little flippier. Mark Ellis came in here and I let him throw a couple in the back of the warehouse, and he was ranting and raving about them
Yeah.
because he's almost 70. He's
Yeah.
having trouble,
Right.
getting
I mean,
stuff
that's-
to flip anymore.
It's kind of what we were going for with this disc. Is
Yeah.
the lesser arm speed players can still get something to ride up and stay over to the right for a little while.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, the Victory line feels a little stronger. I know Shane's throwing the Victory line, but then I think the major line will have a little more flip to it and a little more. It almost feels a little quicker too. It's weird.
Yeah.
This is quicker.
It just turns so fast. Yeah, it's just like
Right.
comes up and then rides out. So it's a good one.
Yeah.
Me and Dana were chucking it yesterday.
Yeah. I feel like it's just this is just a touch flatter. That looks
I
like a
think
little
the
more.
prototypes
I don't
are
really
just-
feel.
These have a little bit more of a dome
Yep.
than the prototype ones do.
Yeah, the nose curled on that one a little bit to where the nose comes up on the Victory line, which is we see that normally with similar blends that we have too.
Yeah.
Can't wait to check this out today. Go throw one.
Yeah.
See what it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna like those.
It's
Those
got
are
that
bombers.
mirror quality. It's really, and from Al's perspective, that
Oh yeah,
came out super. Like I can see the lights everywhere in it.
it stands out. Yeah, and
Yeah.
the mixes and the feel look different than Discraft. I mean, it's unique. Completely unique look, feel, and flight. We don't even have a disc similar to that at all in our lineup. So
All right.
it's nice being able to fill in gaps in different ways. 'Cause at the end of the day, we just want people throwing frisbees. I mean,
Right.
it don't matter what it is. We want people out there enjoying frisbees and playing in the parks.
Yeah, getting out into nature.
Heck yeah. And then we got the,
That one's got a nice little pop on it.
yeah, those white ones have a really good pop.
Right?
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I gravitate to the more pop. I think that pink was pretty perfect. That's why I grabbed that one first. I like that.
Right. I just saw him sitting on the stack, and that one looked like it was a little
Yeah, it
stronger
does.
than the
Yeah,
rest,
it really
right?
does pop for sure. Oh yeah, we got you probably haven't seen the umbrellas yet.
No, I haven't.
We just got the umbrellas in.
Same colorway as the tent or the backdrop.
Probably open
thing.
it up, right? I don't
Open
know.
it.
Are you superstitious?
No, I'm not. I don't know.
I'm not going under that thing.
Oh, wow.
That turned out awesome.
Big old face, huh?
Yeah.
Umbrella though.
Right?
You're iconic.
Got the baffle right here.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
This is our test run of the signature line. So, ripped some skyways, got the Bel Air down here. What do
Really
you
like
think?
some of these colorways are nice.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out, because we know you don't like them super. There's certain swirls you don't like, but you like this more like
Yeah, I kind of like the marbled.
the blendy look, just where it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
tone on tone almost.
Yeah, I like it's kind of cool that it's got a different look from the back than it does from the front as well. That's kind of a neat feature.
Yeah. Well, I remember the first proto that I sent you, the ketchup and mustard one.
Yeah.
I knew you liked that look where they're.
Yeah.
It's not over the top, but it's a
It's
nice
kinda
blend to
blendy.
it. Yeah.
Maybe
So-
a touch of swirl here and there, but more
Yeah.
flowy, blendy.
That a little stiffer than regular major line?
Yeah.
I feel like it's a nice step up.
Yeah.
That one definitely feels a
Yeah,
little
it's definitely
stiffer.
got
that
some.
one. That one's sweet.
Yeah.
A little flatter, but I like that one.
I really like that one. I'm gonna have to put that one to the side.
Yeah.
So the idea here is kind of like you don't have signed athletes to Climo, but the Tour Series effect, where it's more of a premium look and feel. As far as it's fancy, people want to collect unique swirls. They're like snowflakes. There's no two alike. But also kind of going on that stiffer end of things, because we still want big arms to throw this stuff too. So
Right.
it's nice because you got between the plastic types. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like,
can have different people can make different people happy.
Exactly.
Different arm speeds and whatnot.
Yeah.
This feels like it's going to have a little more beef than the
Yep.
the other major line.
Yeah, you ripped it yesterday on hole one. and
Yeah, it flew good.
It was windy, and like my disc flipped over. That was the one I lost, and then he ripped that thing and it bombed. So a little
Yeah.
more torque resistant.
Yeah, I noticed the victory line was quite a bit more torque resistant than the.
Yep.
Than
Yeah,
the
I think
major
it's
line.
like boom, boom, boom. That's kind of what we're
Right,
seeing this
right.
plastic. So, but I like that. I mean, I think that's when people can carry 3 skyways and different plastics, and they know.
And then you got
this
your
is the
different
one.
weights as well,
Yeah.
which can also add to the ladder effect of it all.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, I
sure.
think the protos that we sent you were 159.
Yeah.
And you were saying those were bombers.
Yeah.
Dude, those
yeah.
zipped. They're
Yeah.
lighter. They came out of the hand quick, but also still fought back.
Still had some integrity, yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Same plastic, and even like Tim Barham, the major line was too flippy for him, but he's throwing the 159s that I gave you, and he liked them.
Right.
He's like, these are bombers.
And if
So,
he needs more stable, you can go up in weight.
yep, you can
type
go up a
thing.
little more in weight. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Now this one feels really, really good here.
yeah. That one's
Got that nice little dome I like. It's got some pop to it.
Yeah.
really sweet. The other thing is, the other cool thing is actually showcasing your signature in the World Champions. The 12-time World Champion. That gives it more of that Tour Series feel, and
Yeah.
kind of breaks it up a little bit. So it's really cool. But I mean, it's just like a perfect disc, honestly. But yeah, a little beefier. These are stronger, and there's a market for that for sure.
Especially if they feel like this right here.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, feel that one. That one's got that little bit of dome.
you got to
to
grab
it.
that one. Yeah, this is reserved for Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's perfect.
Whoa. I mean, you wouldn't expect it to look like that on the bottom.
No,
Looking at the top.
no, that's why they're like snowflakes. It's
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
See that?
Oh, that's new.
Oh yeah, those just showed up Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Don't do any zooms.
Got a little box of these fairways. So far, so good. I know you were liking it.
Yeah.
What are the thoughts on the? I know you just got your hands on them recently. Flight-wise.
Flight-wise, very, very neutral. I like it. You can hammer on them pretty hard, and they're torque resistant. They don't want to turn over a whole bunch, but conversely, they don't want to dump hyzer. They just stay pretty straight, and they bleed off to the left instead of dumping off to the left, and just
Stays
stays fairly straight and continues forward. You know, it's a really, really controllable disc. I like the straightness of it. I really like the straightness of it when you hammer on it. Like, you don't have to put much angle on it. You can just throw it dead flat. You don't have to do this or do that with it. You just throw it flat out of the hand, and it stays pretty flat. Really, just point and shoot kind of disc. And that's what we're looking for out of a fairway. Is just being able to hit that gap, you know, on a you know, longer than 300, 350-ish kind of woodsy hole.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I told
Perfect
Mike we might have accidentally made one of the best fairways of all time. I had my 17-year-old son throwing it and Chris Dickerson throwing it. Aiden's been playing for a year. Dickerson's one of the hardest throwers in disc golf. And we couldn't believe how it popped up for both of them, but it stayed straight and slow.
I had the similar experience because I let some people throw it at the Coachman Am tournament last week, and at the end of the tournament, had different arm speed guys throwing it, and same thing.
I never
just
had
go
a disc
straight
like that.
and then just bleed back to the finish.
It feels like it's gonna flip, but it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It pops to flat and stays.
Yep.
And I don't know. I've never seen that before, honestly.
And this was
especially in a fairway.
And this was first take too.
This was first take. I mean,
usually, you know, sending them to you. All right, let's go this, let's go that. Like, got this, and
that's what I was telling him. I was like, I don't think we really need to change much at all.
I mean, the idea started. He was liking the stalker, but it's a unique feel. It's not. It's got the bead's too obvious. So it was trying to clean, you know, a similar size disc with a similar nose and shape of that, but feels completely different. Flies different. Has a little more glide now. Even
from the other Discraft fairways, it's a different hand feel and
100%. Yeah, that's why I said it's not like we followed a theme of what we've already been doing in the past. So because sometimes it's easy to grab a disc and say, this is already working, but we would make it this way. But this is a completely different, you know, basically outside of the dimensions and the nose, completely unique.
I noticed it was a little taller than Skyway. I stood them on end, you know, like this, and it was just a hair taller.
It's a little,
than a Skyway. But man, I mean, the first couple times I threw it, I was like, yeah, man.
Well, I was worried because I was like, oh, is this going to break in to start flipping? But no matter what torque it does, it stays on that line. It's interesting.
The only time I got them to bleed over was throwing them into a direct headwind. And I was throwing them fairly flat. You know, and they would just barely get over, and they just hold that.
You'll have to ask Dickerson what he thought, because I had him test I think about 6 discs, and he fell in love with that one. He was like, this is wild. This is a good disc. So. It's just it's just a really nice disc and easy to throw. So really excited about that one. And then I think the other thing me and him were talking about yesterday is we probably need to come up with a beadless putter, just to.
Just like I was talking about the less stable mid, and less stable putter is also a great idea.
Just to appease that audience, because that's always been the argument, right? Beaded or non-beaded.
We'll make it a little less stable, obviously, as well. Because, you know, the champs are a little bit overstable. I think. Usually when you round out that bottom and drop the bead, because you used to putt beadless, right? You were saying? So that'll be good. I
think like similar dimension,
a little less stable for up shots and things you don't want to dump. You know,
just continue that backhand left
almost
to right
the
drift.
Champ and the Luna mix, something like that.
All right, Champ, you got a lay of the land. What do you think?
I'm pretty impressed by everything that's going on here and what I'm seeing. I got my own little corner of the universe over here in the Discraft production shop here, and it's kind of mind-blowing to see all the different products and stuff they've been working on, and all the new ideas that's going into this, and a couple new molds that are coming out. You'll see them soon. Really jazzed to be working with you guys, and really makes me feel honored to see what you guys are doing for me and how hard you guys are working for me and how hard you're pushing the brand, you know, and how well it's working so far. And I think a lot of people are enjoying the disc, you know, and as well as me. I'm really loving the disc, and got a lot of people from my area that are stoked about a lot of the new things coming out and how the plastic's flying right now. And I'm telling you what, a lot of people are loving the putter. I mean, loving the putter.
Yeah.
They're sinking some putts. Every time I see someone putting with a champ, it's like it's going in. It's going in. But all in all, man, really happy, really pleased, and thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you, Dana.
Yeah, Ken.
Well,
Pleasure.
You're a legend, man. So I mean, you laid the groundwork for a lot of this. I mean, people didn't take disc golf very serious until you started winning a bunch of world championships, and you know, you've laid the legacy for all this, and it's really cool. And I mean, you saw how many fans you have here, and brighten their day just to see you come in and see this, you know, the process. And super excited to have you, and everybody's pumped. You got to meet everybody that's working on the brand, and Dana and you've been putting in a ton of work. Yeah. Obviously, yours is more remotely. You're testing out this and giving your feedback on that stuff, but it's really cool for you to be able to see the other side of it.
Yeah, so. It's kind of eye-opening. You know, I've never really got to do this before. Really cool to see, you know, the workings, the inner workings of all of it, the making of the disc, the stampings of the disc, you know, just kind of what goes into to making it work, the molding, stuff like that. And you guys do it all in-house here, which is really cool.
Yeah. Sometimes I take it for granted. I see it every day, but it's nice when when people get to see that, you know, and really think about it from a different perspective. So, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do. Super excited. Dana, any last words?
We're just getting started, so.
Yep. Look for more good things in the future.
Yeah. Next time, maybe it's not just the Climo corner; it's the Climo building.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's get to it. Thanks, guys.